Well, a lot. I mean, there's been a lot of things that the guys have worked on, coaches have put in, techniques that we've been trying to improve on, just a lot of the DNA stuff right now. And I think the guys have worked hard. I think we've improved in areas. Some of the new guys that were redshirting last year, you got to remember they were doing a lot of the scout team work, and so to really get them out there and see them play and cut it loose, put them in situations, you're seeing a little bit more of those guys responding to just the game itself. But overall effort's been good, technique has been better. I think the emphasis on the little things from last season that we've been trying to improve has shown up. We're not there yet, and this is just we're still early in spring and our development, as far as getting prepared and ready to play in the fall. But I think the guys have worked hard and have done what we've asked them to do, and the focus has been there. So if we continue that, we'll keep getting better.
Today was the scrimmage, right?
Yep.
Anybody individually stand out to you? What kind of
Yeah, a few. I mean, there were some plays being made out there, really on both sides. We had some special teams portions of it, not live, and that was a big emphasis today too, was just the mindset of special teams, going out there, the way we practice it, because that's an area we want to improve on. And to me, it's not so much about going out there and doing live reps, it's the mentality of what you're bringing to special teams. And I thought we did a good job there. Joel Velasquez kicked the ball well, our extra points and field goals that showed up today. But overall, there was some good effort out there. I thought tackling, saw improvement in that area. And some of the situational stuff, I think our guys, just from a strategy standpoint, were playing a little bit better with down and distance and some of those type of things, which you'd hope from some of your older players they're seeing. So more of that. We'll go back, we'll watch the film this afternoon, we'll critique, and tomorrow we meet with these guys before they go on spring break, and then we come back and we hit it right back on Monday. And so the goal is, where are we at now? All right, what do we have to get better at from this first scrimmage? Did guys compete? That's really what I want to see. Coaches will figure out in their groups what they have to improve on. I want to see guys compete. I want to see effort. I don't want to see loafs. And the plays that were made, go back and see why they made them, and then is that the same guy that's been doing it consistently throughout these last 6 practices until today?
Did you get the amped up energy that you normally see in a scrimmage versus
it was good. The energy was good today. Yeah, we did a little bit different early on. We didn't come out right away and just go live. We came out and actually did what we call tag tempo. And so we let the guys kind of go out there and just play without going live, and we got more reps that way. But then after that, yeah, the juice was there. They were out there. They were competing. They were flying around. We'll clean some things up. But as far as that went, on both sidelines, and then they both saw adversity too. That's another big factor. It's not when things are just good. I think that's fun and there's energy for that. When things went bad, how did they respond? That's another big factor, is how are they trying to get the momentum back? And I thought both sides did a decent job of that. That's still an area that we're focusing on and trying to improve.
So, without a few guys, obviously this spring, some guys are getting opportunities, and you look at the running back position, the linebackers now. I mean, how are those guys handling increased opportunities?
Yeah, well, they're handling it well. Yeah, those guys are taking advantage of it. They're getting more reps. Which to me as a player, you want that. I think sometimes when you're 3 deep, 4 deep, and you're getting 3 reps a rack versus 6 or 7 reps, you want to get the reps. You're trying to improve and get better. So the guys that are out there, it's actually helping those guys. And as coaches, we're the ones that have to be smart about how many they get. We'll probably get 1,200 reps overall this spring, all right? And not every guy's getting that many, but you also want to see these guys get 400 or 500 reps. And I think a linebacker and running back, they're getting a chance to do that. So they've accepted it. They've done a good job, and I think those areas have improved. We're going to need to continue to see that, and then we're going to be smart as far as how many they get.
Those are kind of specific numbers. I mean, do you guys figure that out before spring, like how many reps you guys go?
Years of doing it. Yeah, you kind of look at all the numbers, and we always keep track of how many plays we get at practice. And I go back, I look at the total numbers, and then at the end of the spring practice and even fall, you'll look at how many reps a guy got. So part of my evaluation is, hey, you got 375 reps. And here's what improved and here's what needs to improve. And there's not a number that says X amount of reps equals something. It's just, all right, how many are we getting for a guy? How many are live reps? And, you're just starting to track that a little bit more. So when you go into fall camp, this guy's taking quite a bit through spring, all right, the PRPs in the summer. And as you get into fall, that's where you got to start being smart about getting these guys fresh and ready to play. So as we get into that 10-day window there, we kind of look at some of those numbers a little bit.
Sorry. When you look at the offensive line, the injuries there, and Madison and Wilson, and I mean, you guys one of 2 guys I think that started the Cactus School on offense actually practicing.
Yeah.
Does that make it harder to get a gauge of how the offense is doing this spring when there could be so many different pieces you expect this fall to actually be out there?
A little bit, yeah. But the guys that are out there, and here's the one thing, we want to be 3 deep. So to me, and you go back to our season, you guys know how fast we were into our 3rd string guys that were playing. So to me, it's all about being 3 deep. So yes, do we have guys out there that will be playing in the fall right now? No. As far as the guys that are playing, they need to play because you never know what's going to happen. And I think we're getting a pretty good gauge on both sides of how we're executing. I also know that when some of those players come back, we're probably going to be better. And you hope that if we're executing well now and you're going to get some of your better players back, that should translate into executing really well when it's all said and done. And it is what it is. I think you kind of treat it like a season. If the game's going to go on, if these guys are injured right now in spring, we still have to go play. And it's been okay from that standpoint. And we need to be better, and those guys need to understand that, and they're getting more opportunities to get their reps, so they're hopefully improving. And I thought we saw a little bit of that today.
It was only one practice, but on Saturday you saw Wolpen break off a couple long plays.
Yeah.
Obviously he's the most experienced guy in that group right now.
Yeah.
What have we seen from him, and maybe your expectations for him as a senior?
He's really stepped up. Yeah, I've been really happy with Ryan, and I think everybody has, and not just offensively but special teams. He's accepted the challenge. With Alexander being out, this is his opportunity to be the most experienced guy, to get all those reps. He's done an excellent job. The guys up front, O-line, are mixing and matching. We don't have, a few of our guys we know are going to play. So D-line has been playing well, and those tailbacks. I mean, he's done everything we've asked him to do. Really good in protection, has run the ball hard, and has taken the reps and been pretty effective. I thought today he did some good things out there, and did some things kind of on his own on a couple of runs too, which was impressive.